Hello, everybody. Hello, she's a maker. Oh, I so appreciate that. That's completely permitted. Oh, you are far too sweet. Hello, Shane. Hello, CE. Hello, Eileen Carlan. I hope everybody is having a fantastic night. We have some Judge Ricky, a little bit of Judge Braley or Magistrate Braley, and then some Judge Norbeck or Magistrate Norbeck. You know, close enough to the same thing. Hi, Ava. Hello, Tiana Miller. And yes, it's Billy and Ava. Can't forget Ava. Hello, Lisette Panette. Hello, Yvonne McLaren. Oh my goodness, Billy, that tail is something right now. Keeps trying to hit the mouse. Billy has helped me every step of the way today. Helped. Oh no, that's terrible news. You go ahead and restart. I promise I won't do anything interesting till you're back. I can't make the same promise for Billy and Ava. They do what they want. Speaking of do what they want, when I was in the shower, all of a sudden I heard the famous wow and a crash. So I have yet to find what the crash was. Sometimes it takes a couple of days, but eventually I'll come across it. Twice? Wow. Wow, Deb's going easy on ya. You only wanted the one treat, or did Billy scare you that bad? Billy is right here and waiting. Just waiting for Ava to get close enough. I had a really quiet day. We got our first sticking snowfall with ice, of course. And it's super, super cold out right now. So I've got my favorite sweatpants on. They're Maurice's. They're the warmest things I've ever owned. I swear they're so comfy. They're so thick. Like, they're great. They're great. And they're like fleece lined. So extra warmth. Yeah. No needing the dog to cuddle tonight. Yeah, it's absolutely freezing and windy and just terrible outside. And I couldn't stay awake. I was so tired all day. I just kept sleeping. But that's okay. That's okay. Because, I'm still here. And maybe I'll stay up later. Maybe I'll be able to keep going. Maybe we can do some body cam vids or something else fun after the stream. I've got Judge Barry. Her name starts with a T. I've got a case of hers that I found, but it's like an hour and 20 minutes. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the Kansas Judge Ricky and stuff today, and maybe a body cam vid or two if we're still going strong. And we'll save Judge Barry for another day, another night. It'll be my backup case, like oh, I really can't get anything done, and it's like, oh, look, I have something still. But yeah, so that was the day. Cold and sleepy. Let's get this rolling. Let's meet this guy that owns Butler County. He bought it.
All right. Are you Justin Zachariah Williams?
Yes.
Well, this is State of Kansas versus Justin Zachariah Williams. It's case number 2022 CR 74. Again, Darren DeVinny appearing for the state. Mr. Williams from the jail Zoom location. It would appear that you failed to appear for a scheduled court appearance before Judge Hart on March the 4th of 2024.
Yes. I haven't had a ride out here.
You failure to appear. You currently got a no bond hold, Mr. Williams.
Okay. How long is this going to go on? Because it's been going on for some time, Judge. I already spent 3 years in jail and maxed my time out.
Well, I don't know all the reasons you may have been locked up in jail, Mr. Williams. I don't know if you flattened your time on this or not.
I have.
So you tell me, why is your case still pending in the system for 2 years now?
Your county is dirty.
What?
Your county is dirty. A lot of police officers that are dirty and jailers are dirty.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think that was really a very good explanation why your case has been pending in the system this long. Why not get the case?
You're allowed your opinion. I'm allowed mine.
Excuse me?
I'm allowed to my opinion. You're allowed to yours. I told you that I didn't have a right out here. I don't understand why I don't get a bond.
Because you failed to appear in court, and your previous bond that was set that allowed you to be in the community was forfeited. That's what happens. I never had a bond to begin with. Every time I leave the no bond hold order in effect, Mr. Williams appears to be a poor risk to show up on his own.
Why can't we just do away with this and get it done, a speedy trial?
You'll need to take that up before you're assigned judge, Mr. Williams.
Okay.
I have a court date that I can assign.
Okay.
You can see.
Are you aware that I own Butler County? And that I was part of the agreement that I bought Butler County, that these charges were dismissed?
You bought Butler County?
Yes, and Butler County Jail.
Then why haven't you cleaned it up yet? Well, technically, that makes it your county, sir.
Yeah. Very interesting, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
I'm not going to accept that at face value, though.
Okay, that's fine.
I do believe that it's important to deal with this case sooner rather than later.
Yes, I would like to get it over with so I can get out of here.
So I'm going to give you the first date that I have available for Judge Hart's court rather than the second.
Can I be out before Thanksgiving, please?
All right. Well, the date that I have that I can assign is December the 13th, 2024.
You don't have nothing sooner,
at
please.
2:30 p.m.
Okay, thanks.
I have 2 dates on Judge Hart's calendar I can give out, and that is the sooner of the two. I think you had Mr. Favre as your attorney before his appointment as your counsel continues. Judge Hart had entered a no bond hold order. The court's going to continue to honor that. And at this point, the defendant is going to be held without bond pending
So could I,
appearance before Judge Hart.
Judge, could I just go ahead and pay all of it? How much would I have to pay to get out of here? Do away with it all?
Well, you don't have a bond, so there isn't a bond you can
So I
post.
couldn't just pay out, like 100,000, 200,000 to get out? Do it, done with the case.
You have
No.
100 or 200,000 to pay,
I could call my mom and have her do that.
and yet you had a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not going to change any of the existing orders in the case.
Okay.
Said I'm just going to give you what I think is an expedited court date before Judge Hart, and perhaps you and your attorney can sort it out with the prosecution then, and perhaps even get the case to a final conclusion, which would be desirable, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
All right,
So that would be December 13th, 2024.
that's correct. 2:30 p.m. Judge Hart's court.
Okay, thanks.
Very
Thanks.
well. The Williams matter will be in recess.
Yeah, those were all really good questions. If you have $100,000 to $200,000 just lying around and the ability to buy a county, why did you ask for a public defender? Something seems amounts of Axe body spray.
Yep.
Melanie Shri Vogal.
Yes, sir. Hi.
This
I
is
just-
State of Kansas versus Melanie A. Shri Vogal, case number 2020 CR 123. Shri Vogal appears from the Butler County Jail's Zoom location. Darren Devaney appears for the state. Shri Vogal, this case has been pending in our system for quite a while. You were sentenced back on February the 6th of 2023. You'd also had a probation review hearing in September of 2023. You've got a new warrant to show cause alleging probation violations of failing to report, failing to complete your substance abuse treatment, failing to make your payments as directed, with a balance of $438, as alleged by Mr. Ketley, the Community Corrections ISO assigned to the case. Further hearing will need to be set regarding these allegations. That will be set, obviously, before this court. This court's next date for that purpose. I think I can give you an expedited setting, Ms. Shri Vogal.
Thank you, sir.
4:00 p.m. on Tuesday, November the 26th.
Thank you, sir. Can I explain then what happened?
No,
Okay, I'm sorry.
explain maybe to me then.
Yes, sir.
I trust you still can't hire your own lawyer, Ms. Shri Vogal?
Yes, sir.
Right. Mr. Watts has been your attorney in the past. I will reappoint him
Okay,
to
thank you.
represent you. Mr. Watts is reappointed. We've got a court date set for next Tuesday, November the 26th at 4:00 p.m. for further proceedings in the case.
Sir.
Bond has already been set on the warrant. I'm going to review that amount here. It looks like $3,000 cash or surety. That order remains in effect.
Thank you, sir.
You need to make sure that if you make that bond, you report to Mr. Ketley
I sure
immediately,
will.
and that you have to appear at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas for your court hearing. Nowhere
Yes,
else.
I'm sorry. I thought I
You
was
have to
off the
come to
roll.
the Judicial Center. Okay,
Yes,
don't
sir.
talk over me.
I'm sorry.
Just want to make sure you understand that you have to appear at the Judicial Center and no other location.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
all right.
Thank you.
Anything further regarding Shri Vogal and Mr. Devaney?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then that
Thank
matter will be in recess.
Bye.
Right. Another individual is seated at the jail Zoom location. Who are you?
Ian.
All right. This is State of Kansas versus Ian Ray Ott, case number 2023 TR 3262. Mr. Devaney again appears for the state. Mr. Ott from the jail Zoom location. Mr. Ott, I'm just looking at the case summary here. Looks like you've had court dates scheduled for January, April, and July of this year. You failed to appear for all three. In the most recent one in July, Judge Webster ordered bond forfeiture bench warrant and no bond hold due to your failure to appear. Does make me wonder why you won't appear in court and take care of this.
I never ever really realized when they were, and they were all over Zoom, so it kind of threw me off trying to figure out when they were.
All right, well, I'm going to set a court date for you. This is a no insurance and speeding case. No vehicle liability insurance is generally a Class B misdemeanor. And then there's a speeding infraction, 76 and a 65 charged. Are you asking for an attorney to be appointed to represent you, Mr. Ott?
No, sir.
You're going to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
You sure you don't think that you'd benefit from an attorney's assistance and advice?
No, sir. I'm just going to plead guilty to it. I didn't have insurance at the time anyways.
Your
Well,
Honor,
before I could accept, excuse me, Mr.
I was
Devaney?
just going to say, Your Honor, if the defendant would accept a plea of the no proof of insurance, I'll dismiss the speeding, and would recommend a fine and probation, and possibly he could be released from the jail.
All right, I don't want to coerce you into a plea, and neither does the prosecutor, Mr.
But that's a pretty good deal.
Ott. You heard what he said. But first of all, before I could do anything, you would have to waive your right to legal counsel. There's a form that the jail has that I'd ask for them to present to you at this time. Read it. Make sure that you really want to waive the assistance and advice of a lawyer before you sign it, okay? You understand that if you can't afford a lawyer, the court will appoint you one.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, look at the form. Are you wanting to waive counsel, Mr. Ott?
Yes, sir.
All right, sign the form. Can I get confirmation that he's executed the waiver of counsel form?
He has signed it, Your Honor.
Very well. So that allows you to proceed on your own, Mr. Ott. You've heard what the prosecutor has offered. He'll dismiss the speeding charge if you plead to the Class B misdemeanor, no proof of insurance. I just need to make sure you're aware that is punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine with at least a minimum fine of $300. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the no proof of insurance?
Yes, sir.
So you're telling me on August 25 of 2023, somewhere in Butler County, you were driving a motor vehicle and you had no proof of insurance on that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court finds that there's a factual basis for the offense. So do you now freely, knowingly, and voluntarily, Mr. Ott, enter a plea of guilty and accept conviction for this Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Find therefore that this is a free and voluntary act on the defendant's part, that he's waived counsel, that he wishes to accept legal responsibility for the no proof of insurance offense. After being advised of the possible penalties, court will accept the plea of guilty and find him convicted of the Class B misdemeanor, no proof of insurance charge. Pursuant to the offer of the state, court will be dismissing the speeding charge. Will proceed to sentencing on the no proof of insurance. What are you recommending here, Mr. Devaney?
Your Honor, $300 fine, $108 in court costs, have 120 days underlying jail sentence, but that the defendant be commuted to 6 months of just non-reporting probation.
All right. Mr. Ott, do you have any statements that you wish to make here?
No, sir.
All right, the court will follow the recommendation by the prosecutor, impose a fine of $300, assess court cost in the amount of $108 for a total of $408. Court will also impose 120 days in the Butler County Jail. Go ahead and grant probation to the defendant at this point for a period of 6 months. He's to observe all laws, pay off his case. This is a non-reporting probation. Mr. Ott, I do want to know, though, how do you intend to take care of this $408?
I have family members that are willing to help me, and then I also work.
So how long is it going to take you to come up with this money and pay it off?
I wouldn't say no more than 6 months, roughly.
6 months?
Yes, sir.
Have it done in 5, Mr. Ott.
Yes, sir.
You can pay it off more soon if you can, and I highly recommend that you do so. Sooner the better. I'll grant you 5 months from today's date to have the amount paid in full.
Yes,
I want
sir.
to make sure that there's a month remaining in your probation period for the county attorney's office or appropriate official to take further action on your sentence if you don't pay it. So you need to stay out of trouble and drive only when your vehicle and your licensing privileges and insurance are all in order and perfectly legal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about the court sentencing orders?
No, Your Honor.
If you have other holds, I'm not releasing you from those, but I will release you on this case today.
Thank you.
Okay. And don't forget about that $408 that you owe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, then the Ott matter will be in recess. We'll move on to another case.
I believe that's all for the jail, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too. Crystal Haynes.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. I see where you are on the Zoom screen now. This is State of Kansas versus Crystal Dawn Haynes, case number 2024 CR 485. Darren DeVinny again appearing for the state. Crystal Haynes from a Zoom location at the Butler County Judicial Center. This is a matter out of Judge Webster's court, apparently. Looks like you were supposed to have made an appearance on a criminal trespass charge, Class B misdemeanor, back on the 25th of October. And you didn't, you failed to appear. Court issued a bond forfeiture bench warrant order with a $2,500 cash or surety bond requirement. That's Judge Crumb's order. Subsequent to that, it appears that you posted that bond, Ms. Haynes, after apparently being picked up on the warrant. That's with dynamite bail bonds in the amount of $2,500. The court will approve that bond and maintain Ms. Haynes under it pending further proceedings. Hope you intend to appear for all future court proceedings when you're supposed to, Ms. Haynes.
That is exactly what I thought when I saw her. I cannot believe you said that. That was the first thing that went through my mind is, dang, she looks so familiar. I can't place her. And normally I'm pretty good about being able to place, what cases I had, what defendants on. But she just looks really familiar.
Yes, sir.
Criminal trespass is punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine or both. You understand that, Ms. Haynes?
Yes.
How do you plead to this criminal trespass charge?
I do have a question about that. Because when she did call the cops on me there, I had already been there. My stuff has already been there. So they knew I resided there.
Ms. Haynes, we're not going to get into the merits of the case today.
Okay. So
If you have any hesitation about accepting conviction for this, you should enter a not guilty plea. And we'll set you another court date.
Yeah, because I would like to, because I live there,
Okay. All
my
right.
stuff resides there. I get mail there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
I've been
enter a
there for,
not guilty plea at this stage, set this matter for further proceedings. Ms. Haynes, can you afford to hire your own lawyer to represent you on this?
can I have no, I have another question. If I go the other route, what would the other route be if I just plead guilty?
Well, you've already shown the court that you're hesitant to do that, Ms. Haynes. I don't want you to enter into a plea and accept conviction for anything you think you're not responsible for.
I understand that. Is it a fine I'd have to pay or what would,
Well,
I just want
I'm
to
not
know my
going to
options.
plea bargain a sentence in advance here. I don't know what the state would be seeking here, Ms. Haynes, with all honesty. I don't know what your criminal record looks like. I don't know how severe this incident was. I think you should probably be represented by a lawyer on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Take your advice.
I'll go ahead and appoint Darren Patterson to represent you. I
Okay,
will set your next court date for January 27, 2025 at 8:00 a.m. That's 8:00 in the morning, Ms. Haynes. That'll be a Zoom docket. You're going to need to be on the meeting at 8:00 a.m. January the 27th. If you don't have access to Zoom technology, otherwise, you can always appear at the Judicial Center just like you did today and participate from there. Okay?
thank you.
8:00 on January the 27th is your next court date.
Thank you.
Again, Darren Patterson appointed,
That's
and
it,
the
Chuck.
bond for $2,500 has been approved by the court. Anything else we need to address at this time, Mr. DeVinny?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions about any of what the things that we've done today, Ms. Haynes?
No, thank you.
Okay. Then this matter is currently in recess.
The fact that he felt the need to specify the time in the way that he did, that's 8:00 in the morning, Miss Haynes. That makes me kind of think that there may be a little bit of history he's familiar with, that she's appeared late or just not showing up at all, made excuses, things like that. That I just get that vibe from that one statement.
To the gentleman on the device labeled as Dre iPhone, can you please confirm, are you DeAndre Jordan?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, thank you. State your name, please.
DeAndre Jordan.
Okay, thank you. So today is, I should say, now calling case number 22S00527. This is the State of Michigan versus DeAndre Jordan. Attorney White.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of DeAndre Jordan, we stand mute.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I am seeing is that a bench warrant issued for your arrest on June 27th of this year. Okay. It looks like you failed to appear for an in-person review hearing in front of the judge on that date.
Yes. Can I say something? Well, I had court that day, and by the time I got there, they didn't want to see me, and it was like report to the jail. And at that time, I just had to report to work. Because I tried to get there, and I also had court that day for landlord-tenant court.
Okay.
I also have a more even pressing matter going on right now. And, they just told me to come down here and check with you guys and see what can be done about this. But I got some other stuff I'm going to court for right now.
Okay. So you're going to court on something else, you said.
Yes.
Is that in Washtenaw County?
No.
Okay.
Wayne County.
And I'm seeing that you've got a couple other bench warrants out from the 18th district and the 34th district.
Yeah, I'm trying to take care of those tomorrow. Start a payment plan for those. I couldn't make it out today.
Okay. Well, the judge ordered no bond when the bench warrant was issued. I can set you for another court date on the violation of probation. It was to be a violation of probation and a sentencing hearing, it looks like. But at this time, the court is not going to recall the bench warrant.
They're not.
No. So that court date's going to be December 3rd.
Will it be Zoom?
Yes, I'm gonna set it for Zoom, so that'll be December 3rd, 2024. That will be at 10 a.m. over Zoom before the judge. And at this time, the bond and the bench warrant are continued. Attorney White.
Just want to say if we could get, just to discuss the bond, if we could get a PR bond. Mr. Jordan did appear for court. He is taking care of his matters, all of his matters at this time. So if Your Honor would reconsider, I know the bond was set by the judge, so I don't know if that's something that can be changed or not.
No, at this time, the court
Okay.
will not be changing that. We have a phone number for you ending in 4617. Is that still correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. You have your next court date. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you.
All right, so everyone is here for the same thing. You're here to be arraigned on some traffic matters. We're going to leave you all in at the same time, so please just don't talk unless we're talking to you about your case. But we'll go through these right down the line and get you out of here. How about Mr. Dortch? You able to hear me? You take yourself off mute. All right, I'm going to read this to you so you know what it is we're talking about. This says that on October 27th of this year on 10th Street there in Gunplain Township, that you were driving while license suspended. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fines and costs. Understanding that charge, do you wish to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty to that charge at this time?
Not guilty.
And should that go all the way to trial, do you wish to have that trial in front of a jury or in front of a judge?
Yes.
Which one?
I'll do the judge.
Okay. You can continue to represent yourself for free like you are today, or you could always hire an attorney if you wish. I'm going to give you a PR bond or a personal recognizance bond. That means you do not have to pay any money. We're essentially trusting you that you'll just keep coming back to court. But that is no driving without a valid driver's license. Is this a good address for you on Burdick Street?
Yes.
All right, then you are all set. You will get a next court date in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. That'll get sent out to you in the mail along with a new Zoom number. And that'll be the next time that you're due in court, and then at least over Zoom. And the first time you get to talk to someone from the prosecutor's office, that's who can wheel and deal with you. But you are all set for today. You can go ahead and go.
All righty, thank you.
Nothing says I really should get a lawyer like when you are asked, would you like to have your trial in front of a jury or in front of a judge? And your response is yes. That right there should say it all.
Uh-huh. All right, Miss Ramsey, you able to hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
This says that on or about February 11th of this year on 129th Avenue there in Wayland Township, that you were driving while license suspended. You also have a second misdemeanor for unlawful use of the license plate. That is punishable by up to 90 days and or $300 fines and costs. Understanding both those charges, do you wish to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty to those charges at this time?
Guilty.
All right. I will tell you something. You can plead guilty right now on both of these in front of me if you wish to. I can't make plea deals with you, so if you plead guilty in front of me, you plead guilty as charged. The only reason I'm telling you this is you have two very similar misdemeanors. I can't guarantee you what the prosecutor's office would do, but it would be fairly common for them to offer you a deal where you plead to one, they would dismiss the other one. So I'll just ask you again, do you wish to plead guilty to both of these right now in front of me? Or if
Yeah.
you pled not guilty, that does mean you'd have to come back to court at least one more time. But that next time you come back, you'd be able to talk to someone from the prosecutor's office. They may do better than I can do and offer you some sort of plea agreement. I'd leave that up to you.
I'm just gonna go ahead and plead guilty. I have other places that I can't be in one. I have other court.
Anybody force you or threaten you to make you plead guilty?
No.
And are you pleading guilty to this because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you operating a motor vehicle here in Allegan County on that date and time that I read to you?
Yes.
And at that date and time, did the Secretary of State have you as either suspended or revoked?
Yes.
So I do find that that is a factual basis to accept your plea on DWLS. Was the license plate on that car registered to a different vehicle?
Yes. It was in the process of being transferred.
So I do find that that is a acceptable basis for me to accept your plea on your other file as well. So it will be just fines and costs at this point. It is $270 on the license plate. The driving while license suspended is $250 fine, $200 statutory cost, crime victims' rights fee of $75, state cost of $50, a bond forfeiture fee of $75. So you have a total of $650 on the driving while license suspended. I gave you 90 days to pay on those two matters. If you need more time than that, that is okay, but you have to call the court and ask to get put on a payment plan. Other than that, you're all set.
I have a couple of questions. I am not familiar with any Allegan stuff. So what is the number I would call? It would be paperwork.
It should be right there on your appearance, but it's 269-673-0400. They'll give you a couple different ways how you could pay.
Also, with my bond, I posted bond on this. Can't I use that for just my fines and costs?
Can I have that file back? Depends on when you posted it. Now, give me a second.
When I got pulled over.
Yes, but you've already missed court since then. So if that, oh, no, it looks like you posted on November 4.
Yes, sir.
So if that was you that posted it, then yes, they'd let you use that towards fines and costs. If it was someone else, it's sent back to them instead, okay?
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Young, you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read this to you. This says that on October 24th of this year, on 142nd there at Door Township, that you had a phone with you while driving. That is not a misdemeanor. It is only a citation punishable by fines and costs, but it is punishable by up to $200 in fines and costs. So knowing that, do you wish to admit responsibility or deny responsibility, and we will set for hearing?
No, I'll admit it. I'll feel guilty.
All right. So that is a $100 fee. It comes with $100 in court costs or $200 altogether. I'm going to write right on there. You have 30 days to pay that. You can wait till you get your letter from court and then return payment with that. Or if you wanted to, starting as soon as now, you could call the district court to make arrangements to pay that. But that's what you need to do. We are all set for what we need to do in court. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
You too.
Janice Anderson.
Anderson, I have about 4 files of yours in front of me. They're old files that you owe money on.
Yes.
You haven't paid any money on them in a while.
Because I have my social security got messed up.
Okay, my turn. You didn't show up for your show cause, but it turns out that you're in jail already. So I have 4 old files here. There's nothing really I can do on them other than kick them down the road to see when are you expecting to get out of jail?
I don't know. I don't have no clue when I'm supposed to be getting out. I don't even know why I got arrested. They said it was a domestic violence, but I got all my domestic violences dropped.
All right. Well, you're all set. I'll just kick these down the road and we'll see if you pay anything when you get out of jail. You're good. Okay, Dunley, you're up. Good afternoon, your name?
Timothy Earl Dunkley.
Dunkley, this is a felony file, 243828FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Hi, it's Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Dunkley for purposes of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
All right, so sir, you will have the public defender representing you in this matter until it is complete. You wish to argue bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Dunkley does not live or work with the complaining witness in this matter. He lives with his brother. He's local to Allegan County. He is working on getting disability income. It's my understanding he has not missed a court date in the past, and he can't afford bond as it's written. So we're asking for a PR bond at this time.
Okay, sir, this is your fourth domestic violence. You would not get a PR bond. Is there a dollar amount you can make?
No, I
Then
really don't.
there's
have
no
nothing
real
right
point in me reducing this if you can't make it anyway, and you would not get a PR bond, given us how you're already as a DV third, so it's felony. This is a protective condition of bond, so just to remind you, you cannot have any contact, direct or indirect, with Ms. Strobel. You cannot go where she lives or where she works. You cannot consume alcohol or any other controlled substances, cannot possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court. You understand and agree to those rules?
Yes.
You already have next court dates. You have a probable cause conference on November 27. You have a preliminary hearing on December 4th. That's courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. And you are able to ask for bond every time you're up in front of a judge. So you may very well be able to get a PR bond next court date, but you're all set for today.
So, there's no bond set, like, to get out?
There is, sir. It's a $5,000 cash surety, meaning you'd have to post about $500 in cash and then work the rest out with bonds.
Okay,
You're all set.
thank you.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, you're up.
Morning,
Good afternoon. Your name?
Ulus Johnson, E-U-L-A-S, Johnson.
Johnson, is a felony file 243368FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Hi, Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Johnson for purposes of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
Okay. So, sir, you will have the public defender as your attorney for this matter. The bond is set in the amount of $1,000 cash or surety. Do you wish to argue bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Johnson has not missed a court date in the past. He has a way to get to and from court if released, and at this time he can't afford bond as it's written.
Well, sir, it is $1,000 cash surety. That's about as low as a bond gets for the facts of this case. So I am going to leave that in place. You need to come up with $100 to get out on bond with a bond. That is no drugs, no alcohol, no marijuana, no driving without a valid driver's license. You already have next court dates. November 27 is a probable cause conference. You have a preliminary hearing on December 4. That's courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, corrections will make you available. You're all set, sir. Good afternoon. Your name?
Joshua Van Enam.
This is a felony file 244091FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Hi, Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Van Enam for purposes of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
All right, so sir, you will have the public defender as your attorney for this matter. Wish to argue bond?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my understanding Mr. Van Enam has served 40 days in the Ottawa County Jail and was transferred here. He does still have a job lined up at Phoenix Tire in Grand Rapids. They've been keeping that position open for him. It's my understanding he has a way to get to and from court if released, and he can't afford any money for bond at this time. We ask the court consider that in setting bond.
We usually not give a PR bond to habitual offender. Fourth, why were you in Holland for 40 days?
I had a previous charge out there.
All right. Are you on probation from 2022?
I am not.
Changes to $1,000 PR bond. Already have next court dates. November 27 is a probable cause conference. You have a preliminary hearing on December 3rd. That's courtroom B in front of Judge Balargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're all set till 2 o'clock at least.
Dang it. I'm so sorry. I thought I had 2 seconds. Apparently 2 seconds is really all I had. Hello, Deborah Walker-Meyer. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those were fun. Those were fun to do. So let's see. I have a few body cam vids that I've been setting off to the side. All right, this one is absolutely crazy.
The back door was open. I see this kid fall out, so I got over as quick as I could and went and grabbed him, and I'm sitting with him until someone can get here, but nobody has come back.
On September 15th, 2021, officers responded to a report of a child who had fallen out of a moving vehicle during a U-turn. Despite the incident, the vehicle continued driving without stopping.
How you doing?
Hey, sir.
What happened?
Coming so quick.
What
I've
happened?
never seen anything like that. The silver car, best I can tell, it's
Yeah.
silver. Pulls around, and I see the damn doors open, and this kid comes rolling out of it.
He falls out of the car?
He just came falling out of it, slide, rolls all the way
And
over.
the car took off.
And the car just kept going.
Which way to go?
It
Silver
kept-
SUV pickup?
No, just a caravan of car, just a car.
Is it a car or like
Car.
yours?
Yeah, no, like a car, like a regular, sedan.
Alpha 216 flag there? I'm out with the caller. Advise I have a Bravo Mike juvenile, 3-year-old, who fell out of a silver unknown maker model vehicle that continued
100
westbound on 100. That's all I have. Did it hit another car or did?
No, nothing like that.
God.
Mind if I make a call to my work?
Yeah, please do. Older model, newer model, anything except the stickers on it?
Older model, didn't look new by any means.
Like a my truck, Alpha 216. It was about an older model. We didn't get a good look at the vehicle.
I mean, it wasn't a new car.
Okay.
It wasn't a new car.
Is
My
it for
problem,
older model
is
vehicle?
I saw him.
Summer
I
vehicle?
was in disbelief, and I just.
I'm in disbelief right now.
Yeah.
Hey, but, you all right, pal?
He's got a little cut. Let me see, buddy.
Oh
He's
my
got a little
God.
cut on his finger.
Hey, do you know your name, big guy?
Can you tell us your name?
Do you know your name, bud?
You can tell us. What's your name?
Okay.
He's had a hard time telling me about anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me get more.
So the car, you come out of the front seat or the back seat?
Back seat, back right. Back
So the
right.
car came off Old Kings Road, right?
He or she made a U-turn. Right where that white car is
Okay.
right there. I'm sitting first one in line over there.
Yeah.
They turned And I thought it was a dent in the door, but it was the damn door open.
And he fell in the back?
And he just.
Signal 14, subject says you may have an open 49 on
Yeah.
And I just looked at him, like I say, I just silver car is all I can think of.
Yeah.
And I kind of.
Did the door close when it kept going, or did it just?
No, it was still open.
High rate? Was it reckless, high rate of speed, or just?
It wasn't like it was out of control. It wasn't like it was burning tires or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I even tried to ask him, I go, did anybody know that you were out of the
That's
car?
what I'm wondering. They don't know he fell out.
Yeah. Were you riding with your mom? Were you riding with your mommy? Was daddy with you too? Just mom? Okay.
Do you have your ID on you, sir? Just for
yeah.
our report.
Yeah, no problem.
We're not going to get him out for 216 flagger.
Alpha 216.
There was no signal for the reporting parties advising the silver vehicle made a U-turn at Old Kings Road and the child fell in the back seat. I might possibly have the vehicle pulling up right now.
Where's my son?
He's in the front seat of that car.
How?
He fell out your car.
How he fell on my car?
Copy tag for the parents who just showed up. Matt,
How did he fall
you
on
tell
my car?
me that. Was he buckled
I
in?
was sleeping.
Where was your son at?
I was sleeping. He was on this side.
Who was driving?
My brother. He said he said he heard the door open, but he didn't think like.
Showing up as no vehicle registered to it. Registration is showing cancel.
Everybody have their IDs out? Their IDs ready? He's in the front seat of the car if you want to go get him from this gentleman. You want to come get him out of this man's car? He's okay. He's got a little cut on his finger. He's okay. When did y'all realize he wasn't in the car?
Right now, we got onto the expressway, and my daughter was like, "Where, Poppy? Why you?"
It's not. Don't yell at him.
I know.
You want to pick him up? He's scared, and his hand hurts. Okay. Let me just.
How can you yell at your like 3 or 4-year-old kid as if it's their fault that they just rolled out of your moving vehicle? Like, how do you shift the blame onto that child for that?
We had a scratch going down. So, this gentleman says the silver car makes the U-turn. As a big U-turn, back door opens up, he falls out. Car continues westbound.
I don't know
She
how.
said she gets on the interstate and realized her kid in the back seat. She was sleeping, the brother was driving. They returned to the scene. He's got a small cut on his finger. All right, well, I appreciate it, man. If you wanna, I'll get you out of here if you want to get run over.
That's all right.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna get him out of here. I'll go through. You got all this stuff? All right. I'll get you out with the ambulance here. Oh, goodness. Where's everybody's car seats?
They could wear a seatbelt, right?
Well, you have that's gonna be
9,
4 kids,
7.
and that's only 3 seats. So
How many
would you get 4 kids for 3 seats?
With 3 seatbelts.
They all fit there.
It doesn't matter if they all fit there. How many seatbelts are there?
Oh.
There's 3 seatbelts. Every juvenile needs to be in a seatbelt. So obviously someone's not in a seatbelt if there's 4 kids.
I mean, I just got this car. I used to have a big van, but
So you're saying if I just get this car, I want to sit 4 kids in the back seat. I'm gonna make sure there's 4 seatbelts.
Top 313.
So did you check to see any seatbelt for
I
the car?
have 6 kids. What do you?
I know,
I'll
but
take one
I
of the
understand that.
21 Victors
This is what I was.
in the Z section.
I understand, but
I didn't think that my son would ever do something like that.
Do you have your ID? You don't have anything? Can I get your name?
You got my name.
You got your name? All right. Have y'all been smoking?
Yeah, I was smoking one joint.
When?
Like 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago? And you're driving? 4 kids in the back seat?
I had a window down.
You had your window down? Were you smoking in the car?
Yeah, like one time.
You were smoking in the car with them in the back?
I had a window down.
Do you have any more weed in the car? Can you step out for me? So we can talk over here.
You know, but under state law, every child needs to be in a seatbelt at least.
I know
And
that.
at certain ages. So how are they all
I
in seatbelts?
buckled them in a seatbelt. Is the child lock right?
I can't tell which way it's gotta go. There's like a key in there. I don't know which way it goes.
210. If you weren't advised, we're going
It is
to
now.
merge all the definitely
Child lock?
together.
Child lock's on now.
10-4. The first case number generated for their
Can you do me a favor, sweetie? Can you try to open this door when I close it? Go ahead and try to open it. They're on now. They're on now. They weren't on before.
Step in the car. Okay, come over here.
Where are you guys coming from?
I'm coming from Florida.
Well, we're in Florida. Where are you coming from in Florida?
Trying to get to South Carolina.
Okay. What part of Florida are you guys coming from?
Very far. We're
Okay.
far away. Trying to get to South Carolina.
Possibly out of Florida for a 1027, 1029 feature, please.
Is that?
Okay.
Can you sit back in the car?
You can sit back in the car.
So you said you were smoking in the car with them in there?
Yeah,
Is there any more weed in the car at all?
like probably a joint.
A joint?
Where would that joint be at? It's like in the car.
Is it in the swishers wrapper in the
No,
car?
like a pack.
In the back.
All right.
Do you have a medical marijuana card?
Oh, no.
You don't have a medical marijuana card? So my question is how do you not realize that the door opens and one of the kids fly out and then we get on 95?
Because I ain't hear it.
You didn't hear the door open and shut.
I kind of did hear something that was like.
And see a kid fall out of the car?
I kind of did hear something.
So you know, as the driver, you're responsible to make sure that everyone has a seatbelt on, right? So if there's 4 kids in the back of that car and 3 seatbelts, how does everyone have a seatbelt on? They didn't have seatbelts on, did they? None of them had seatbelts on.
I think that they did.
So my question is if there's 3 seatbelts and there's 4 kids, how do you get 3 seatbelts on 4 kids? It's impossible. There's no way to put 3 seatbelts on 4 kids. That means 1 kid didn't have a seatbelt on, and obviously the kid that didn't have a seatbelt on is the one that flew out the car and hit the road, right?
I was just driving for my sister.
All right, but this time you're detained. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit, okay?
Hey, Desiree. Desi. Desiree. Desi.
No, you're just detained right now, okay? You're not on the rest of the time. They can come off easily, come on, but for now you are detained because this is what happened, okay?
Oh, he's just being detained.
Yeah. Separate to that, strong odor of marijuana coming out of this car.
Marijuana?
Yeah. There's a strong odor of marijuana coming out of this car, so that's why he's detained. Go ahead and finish answering his questions, and we'll tell you what's going on.
I mean,
Finish answering his questions, I get him out of here. There's a few things going on. One, how old are the kids in the back seat? What age range are they from?
my daughter is 9.
Okay.
My other daughter is 7.
Okay.
My son is 5 and Julie's 4.
All right, so the 4-year-old should be in a car seat. According to Florida law, all children age 5 and younger must be restrained in a federally approved crash-tested child restraint device. This includes a booster seat, car seat, or any other manufactured integrated child seat. So 2 of them are in car seats, okay? Second thing, 4 kids in the back seat, only 3 seatbelts available for them. That's a problem. And the third thing is we all can smell the marijuana coming out of the car, including the paramedics and firefighters. So we're looking at those 3 things right now. So hang tight while we can finish doing what we're doing. Is there any marijuana in this car? Do you know? All right. Well,
you can check it.
Even with or without your permission, just the smell of marijuana alone gives us the right to check your car. So that's what deputy.
Where are we? I don't even know.
You're in Palm Coast, Florida. You're probably about half hour north of Daytona.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to have to talk to you for a little bit now, okay? You might come over here with me? Can you talk? Just to the front of his car. All right, so I'm going to read you your rights first, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her with you now or anytime during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, won't be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. Do you understand these rights? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me? So can you start? We're going to go back to the beginning of what happened. So where were you guys coming from?
I'm coming from Miami, Florida. I was coming to South Carolina for him to see his dad.
Going where?
South Carolina.
South Carolina? Okay.
For him to see his dad. And I was sleeping in the car. Passenger seat. Sorry. And all I heard, what woke me up was when my daughter said, "Where's Chris, Juvie?" They thought that he got out of the gas station and went into the bathroom without my brother knowing it.
Okay.
Because my brother went into the to pump gas, I guess, and he went into the store.
Okay.
But that's not what happened. He didn't even notice that my son fell out the bar right here. Like, I didn't even until when we went to this gas station, we seen the police.
So you were sleeping?
Here, I was sleeping.
Okay. And did you guys leave Miami today, or how long have you?
We left today.
Today? Okay. And you go shopping here for gas?
stopping here for gas.
Okay, and so you say you were sleeping, and then driving there, your daughter woke you up?
Yes, my daughter woke me up because all I heard her say that, you know, of course I'm gonna get up from something like that. And then that's when I went crazy, and we was like right there on the E-way, so we had to hurry up and turn around to get off and come back to the same gas station that my brother said he was at.
So you guys already on 95? So you went up to the next exit, turn around, and then turn around?
All right, and the pills I found in the glove box, the Xanax bars?
The Xanax, yeah, those are my anxiety pills.
Okay, are those? Do you have a prescription?
I don't have it in my bottle. No, I don't have my prescription.
You have a prescription for Xanax in particular?
They give me some type of pills like that. That's for like that.
Has a doctor prescribed Xanax bars to you? Is what we're asking. We can check that. We can go on the record.
No,
we can
not
check
yet. No.
So he hasn't prescribed you any Xanax.
But they prescribe me with pills that are like in the Xanax family.
In the Xanax family,
yeah.
But he hasn't prescribed you those pills. Where'd you get those?
I have bad anxiety pills. Anxiety problems.
Where did you get those pills from?
My friend gave them to me.
Your friend gave you those pills?
Yeah,
Okay.
for like my anxieties that I have.
Does your friend have a prescription for the pills?
My
Is it his prescription?
Probably have a prescription of them.
Probably. Okay.
So my question is, were you sleeping or were you passed out from Xanax? Because that's what happens when you take it. You just fall asleep. I don't understand why anybody takes it as a recreational drug, because all it does is make you tired.
My sister passed away not too long ago, so I'm dealing with like anxieties and stuff, so I would have to take.
That's what I'm saying. Well, if you got anxiety, that's when you go to the doctor and the doctor prescribes you the medication and stuff. But getting it from
see the bottles right there, you can probably see the old ones that I have right there.
So the secondary.
I've been trying to go to the doctor.
The secondary concern that I have is when you guys left Miami. Okay, you got four children in the back seat. Their ages on the back seat right now is at 5 or 9, 5, 4, and 3. That's their ages in the back seat.
9,
5,
7,
9, 7,
5, and 4.
5 and 4. Okay, so under Florida law, and do you have a driver's license in Florida?
No, I have to get one.
So you don't have a driver's license in Florida. Okay. Well, it's law that states that any juvenile that's in a vehicle that's under the age of 5 needs to be in a car seat. On top of that, any juvenile that's under the age of 18 needs to have a seatbelt on. All right. So the problem is these cars are designed for 3 passengers in the rear seat. Right now we have 4 passengers in the rear seat. Okay. So the car is legally not allowed to travel with 4 juveniles. Even 4 adults in the back seat, you couldn't travel with 4 adults in that back seat if you want to, because everyone has to have the option to be able to sit with the seatbelt. Even as an adult, you don't have to sit with the seatbelt in the back seat. You still have to have that option. But like I said, the main concern is that we left Miami, we put 4 juveniles in the back seat, and obviously one of the juveniles didn't have a seatbelt on, because you got 3 seatbelts, 3 seatbelts, and 4 juveniles. That leaves someone out for getting it. And obviously the one that I don't know why the door opened. I don't know if he had hit the door, if it was a malfunction door. I see that there's damage on that side of the car. Yeah, so with the damage on the side of the car, maybe the door lock's not working properly. I don't know that. I'm a mechanic. But all I know is that by simple math, 3 seatbelts, 4 juveniles, and 1 juvenile falls out, that's most likely the one that wasn't wearing the seatbelt. Okay? So that's the concern that I have. The secondary concern is who was the male that was driving the car?
My little brother.
That's your little brother? Okay. Were you awake when your brother was smoking marijuana in the car? No, you weren't awake when he was
sleeping.
Okay, you were sleeping when he was smoking marijuana? Did you know that he had marijuana on him?
No, I wasn't aware that he had marijuana on him.
Okay, so you weren't aware that he had marijuana?
How much marijuana he had?
It doesn't matter if it's an ounce or 10 ounces, it's still not legal to have marijuana with you. And then obviously it's not, if he smoked it 20 minutes ago, it's not legal to.
We don't know. I don't know when he smoked it. I don't know if he smoked it when he stopped here. I don't know. I was sleeping.
He gets back on the road. Now he is driving under the influence of narcotics with 4 juveniles. One of them obviously not in the seat. I can't say that they all were in seatbelts. I know that when we came up to the car, they weren't in their seatbelts. But 2 of them were supposed to be in car seats.
Which one? You said, I thought you said 4-year-olds supposed to be in a car seat.
So anybody under the age of 5 needs to be in a car seat.
Under
5 and under.
5 and under has to be in a car seat.
So 2 out of the 4 kids should have been in a federally approved car seat.
All right. And the other 2 seatbelts are fine.
So then that basically that means I can't drive my car at all because I have 6 kids.
Yes, this would not be a vehicle that would be suitable for you to drive.
I know that. I
You
just
would
got
have to
this
have-
car for now to get around.
You would have to have a vehicle that would seat 6 juveniles.
Yeah, I know. I always used to have vans and stuff, like big cars. I lost my car, and this is the only option that I had to have a car for now.
I understand. So, like I said, there's other options that you as a mom have to take for the safety of your children. Because as a mom, and those are your kids, you're saying, hey, you know what? I know there's not car seats and I can't fit them. I know I only have 3 seatbelts, but hey, I got to go up to South Carolina so he can see his dad. A better option would be finding somebody to watch your juveniles so that you can fit up there. Or, hey, I'm going to stay here. Your brother, do you mind running him up to South Carolina to go meet his dad?
How about you give all of them to their dads? At this point, I mean, that's just what I think needs to happen.
Or bringing his dad back so that he can see his kid. All that would be stuff that I would expect a parent to do for their children to make sure that their children are safe. Okay. Do you have any family that's in the area here? Where is your family at?
Far away. We don't live here at all.
I understand you don't live here, but where would your family be at? Where would the nearest relative be at?
Very far, Miami, Florida, and nobody have a car.
And nobody has a car down in Miami. They don't know anybody that could.
No. I just got my car, and this car is not even under my name. I was gonna do all the registration and everything on today, the 15th.
Yeah.
Today, whenever I get back to Miami with my brother. My brother's the one with the license. My older brother.
Your older brother's the one with the license. And
But he had to go to work.
your older brother has to work. Okay. So your younger brother, does he have a license?
He never had a license before.
So your younger brother never had a license before?
Or anything like that.
Okay. So did you know he didn't have the license?
I think he didn't. I don't think. Yeah, he didn't have a license.
Okay. So that's the other concern that I have is now you're asking your little brother to drive you, knowing that he doesn't have a license, and you're putting your children on the back of the car who don't have seatbelts. I'm a non-licensed driver.
Listen, I love all of my kids. I understand what you're saying.
This isn't the question if you love your kids or not. Okay.
I know what happened was a mistake. I understand. I don't know what you want me to do.
There's a lot I want you to do as a mom to for the safety of
I can
for
go
your
buy
children.
a car seat. I can go buy a car seat. Do that right now.
Okay. At this time, we're going to detain you. All right.
Over here.
No, do this. Walk with us. Walk to the back. Just walk. Walk to that car. So I don't want to do it in front of your kids. So walk with us to the back of this
How am I
patrol
going
car.
to get out of jail over here?
Walk to
Right
the
now,
back
we're
of this patrol.
detaining you. We're not putting you in jail. We're detaining you. Okay.
Just walk. I don't want to put your handcuffs in front of your kids. Just walk with us to the back of this car like we're walking and talking. When we clear the rear of your car, we're going to put you I'll explain all that in a second. I'm not explaining in a second. Keep walking with us. Like we're talking. And once we rear this car, we're gonna put you back in the patrol car. I don't want to do it in front of your kids. So just walk with us.
Green Subaru Legacy, Whiskey Mike Blonde.
Come right here. I'm gonna tell you why.
Possibly driving. Vehicle going eastbound on North 2nd.
At this point, we're detaining you. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
And I was sleeping. I don't know why you guys want to do this.
Because there's many things going on here. Many things, not just one. Many things that put these kids' lives in danger today. Not just one thing. Between too many kids without seatbelts, without the car seat, no one realized the kid fell out, the drugs in the car. There's a lot of things going on right now. Okay.
Okay.
It's not just one thing.
I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
sir. I understand. But I just got this car.
Alpha 216 Fred.
Where's my baby key? Don't do this to me.
Hispanic female with him.
726.
Sir, we're just going to have you put a seat right back in the back of the car, okay? We're discussing that right now, okay? We're going to have to further our investigation. Right now, you're detained. We're investigating.
Please don't take me.
We'll discuss that later,
Just have a seat
okay?
with me. We'll talk about it in 1 second, okay? All right, watch your knee, man. All right, keep your camera on. We're gonna go Mirandize him, and we're gonna go talk to him. Okay.
All right. Do you have him come out of the car for that?
Yeah, you can.
And why would you have the 4-year-old be the one without the seatbelt? The youngest of all of them. Why would you have that child be the one that's unrestrained? I can't wrap my head around that. Like, it wouldn't be better if it was the oldest child. But if you had to choose, you know, the older child who knows better than to play with the door handle, or the 4-year-old who plays with everything, why would you leave the 4-year-old as the one that's unrestrained? Nothing they did makes sense.
Well, open up the door 1 second. We're gonna talk to you, okay? Right now, your sister's just detained. What? She's detained right now. Yes. While we're doing an investigation, okay?
Some of your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her with you now or any time during questioning. You can afford an attorney won't be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking or have any attorney present, all questioning will stop at your request. Do you understand these rights? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me? I'm sorry? I said, with these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to me? No?
You don't want to talk to us? Like I said, we're giving you the opportunity to talk to us. We already know most of the answers. We just want to talk to you to try to figure out more stuff. You have to say yes, you want to talk to us, or no, you don't want to talk to us. No, you don't want to talk to us? Okay.
Going to jail?
What?
Going to jail?
Right now, it's still an investigation, so we're still doing an investigation into it, okay? All right? If you were to go to jail today, your charges would be driving with no driver's license, okay? I don't know how many suspensions you've had. Possibly driving under the influence of narcotics, and also child neglect for having narcotics in the vehicle with the children on there, and then also failure for due cause to make sure that those children, since you're the driver, you're responsible to make sure that they're in car seats and they're in seatbelts. And you basically drove off and let one fall out of the car. So you'd be charged with child neglect.
So I'm going to jail?
Like I said, we're still doing an investigation. That's why we wanted to talk to you. So at this time, would you want to talk to us, yes or no? No, you don't want to talk to us? Okay. All right.
After further investigation, officers determined that both the mother and her brother would be arrested, and the Department of Children and Families would take temporary custody of the children.
All right. At this point, your brother's being placed on arrest for driving with suspended driver's license, felony, possession of marijuana, and the child neglect. You're also being placed under arrest for child neglect and possession of the Xanax pills if they turn out to be Xanax, okay? The two of you had every reason or right to either one, put those kids in a car seat or make sure they're properly buckled in, but the two of you failed. I mean, you put your children's life in danger by letting them smoke marijuana and driving like that.
No.
Okay, well.
All right, let me call somebody so they can come get my kid.
All right, here's the deal. Right now, I can't sit with your kids while someone comes from Miami, so I did call the Department of Children and Families. They are on their way to take possession of your kids. But if you give me that name, I will give that name to them, and that would be someone they can contact and turn the kids over. I can't. Miami's what? How far is Miami from there?
4 hours, 5
4
hours.
4 or 5 hours. I can't sit in McDonald's parking lot with your kids for 4 hours. So.
How am I going to get out to even get my kids? I have to call somebody to come get them.
All right. So who do you want me to give this number to the DCF for your kids to come get them?
My mom. You got my mom number, right?
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before he
you call
leaves, he'll
her?
give that to me. And I'll give it to the DCF investigator, and they will call her, okay? What I'm going to do is we're going to take you, we're going to place you in the back of that patrol car. I'm going to take your oldest child, put him in one of these cars, and I'm going to drive the car literally from here to the parking lot and get them off the roadway. Did the kids eat this morning? Breakfast or anything? Ma'am, did the kids eat breakfast?
East Lambert, North State.
If I was going to McDonald's and get them something to eat, does anybody have any allergies, anything that they can't eat? All right, so I'll go to McDonald's and get them some food. And the investigator should be here the next half hour, 45 minutes, okay? So you step on out, and they're going to walk you over to the other car.
Since, I don't know.
And then there's a puppy in the car too, correct?
Yeah, those are my puppies.
All right, puppies. There's more than one in there. All right, they're gonna go to. We're gonna turn them over to. To our animal control.
Hey, can I pick them up?
Yeah, I'll give him your name. He'll be able to pick them up.
Can I get my credit card in? Do I have to walk my own stuff out?
Yes, we'll grab your credit card. You want your credit card and your cell phone out of the car, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll grab that out of the car for you before we go. So I give your brother the opportunity. Do you have anything on your persons? Because if you have anything on your persons, I can go get a female deputy to come and search you. Right? But introduction of anything into my inmate facility is going to be a secondary charge. So that's why I give you, if you have.
My car, it's not under my name.
Well, that's the problem. The car's going to get towed. It's going to go to the local tow pound. You won't be able to get it out until you bring a valid registration and insurance for the car. Because the car's not registered and the car's not insured, so you shouldn't be driving this on the road.
Okay, all right, it's all right.
So
I see everything you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Not everything that we're doing. It's everything that the choices that we've selected to do today. Okay.
The mother was charged with neglect of a child and unlawful possession of a Schedule IV substance. She was sentenced to 24 months of community control, followed by 24 months of probation, with DCF involvement and a 6-month driver's license suspension. The brother was charged with neglect of a child, DLNO, Florida, and failure to register a motor vehicle. However, the latter 2 charges were dropped. He was sentenced to 36 months of probation, 180 days in jail, mandatory drug alcohol evaluation, and no contact with the victims during his supervision. Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe for more videos.
That was crazy. I don't think 2 years was enough. I really don't. Because she didn't get it. Even by the end. Well, I see what you guys are doing here. What they're doing, you've done nothing you should be doing as a mother. Yeah, she's definitely on my I really don't like you list. I know. She was more upset about the puppies than about her own kids. Like, those kids, I really hope that that they get the help that they need. And I really hope that they're put into a better situation. Because this ain't it. All right, guys. That was Body Cam Edition. They've got some really good stuff if you want to check them out. And I think for tonight, I think we're going to call it. We're going to call it for tonight. Thank you guys for coming and spending this time with me. I love you all so much. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.